Welcome back, Joanna, for you. This is a short video about hair. I didn't do that for a very long time because, first of all, I'm not a specialist. I'm not a doctor. However, along the years, I collected many remedies also from you, from some of my friends in Poland. And since this is such a big topic, and every now and then, actually every few months, because the stress causes the loss of hair, of course, it happens that someone is asking about it. So for all my friends in English, speaking only English, not Polish, here it is. So first of all, I'm going to tell you a little bit about reasons for it, which are probably obvious to most of you. The practically 12 remedies that I collected along the years, and some of the remedies also from the inside and outside, and also something you can do energetically. There are a few methods you can try it out yourself if you do energy work. So let's start. Of course, the reason is the pollution of air, the stress, and of course the heavy metals, but also food. So some of the research, medical research, as I heard from some doctors, and they, the doctors have to study those journals every time and keep progressing and know it all. So there was a research about thyroid and why more and more young people are dealing with a hair loss. So what they found out, it is directly related to the quality of the food, especially those artificial E numbers. I do not know exactly the whole list because it's very long, but all the E with the numbers and everything chemical in the food, so fast food and everything basically pre-prepared products that are bought in a market, supermarket. In a lot of them, they are those chemicals are not allowing the production, the right type of hormones, which is affecting thyroid, which of course causes hair loss. So that's another reason to look at it. Of course, there is a stress, and something very simple like moving from one apartment to another can cause enormous stress. And some people always, go to the hairdresser to cut off the 1 centimeter of the hair after a short stress of a longer stress. And this sounds almost like a magical, but the stress, it's sort of composed in our hair. And for some people claim that this is at the end of our hair. I'm not going to tell you about the types of a hair loss exactly, but there is a good research, and every dermatologist can do that to see the physiological, the physical, what is happening on the consensus in the reality, and what remedy would be better, the best for you, what could be and how to find the treatment. The other reasons for it, not only stress, not only the pollution and the type of the food, is also something that some of you also will call it magical, but ancestors, people who are wrong-wishing, people who are related to us and influencing us, that also causes some sort of a stress, but also those wrong-wishing, that is also affecting our energy. So in that case, that could be something to take into account and work on the energy level, because I don't know, the amount of remedy given here, if it's not addressed on that kind of level, maybe a temporary solution. However, you can help yourself instantly, and something we Polish people, we had it in our childhood. It was very known, now less. Of course, nobody has time for it anymore, but castor oil plus yolk, lemon, you mix it. You massage it in the scalp of your head and you leave it in the warmth for about 1 hour, 2 hours. Some people try to sleep in that, but be careful because that oil can, you know, drop and you will wake up in quite interesting smell too. So that you can do once a week or 2 times a week. I know it's a little bit messy. However, you can try it out. Another one is turnip. I never did that, but turnip, some people say that has very, very intensive smell, and if you put that in the scalp of your head, you better stay home. So try it out. Edgar Cayce, the sleeping psychic known in America, he was proposing petroleum, and I saw that product once. I have no idea if they still do that, but the smell is pretty good. For those who have dry hair, it's very good because it's a little bit, you know, oily. So for those who have very dry hair or a specific type of hair, that would be very good remedy. Another one is beer. Seriously, people drink it, and some of the women are using it as a remedy for beautiful hair. It makes the hair a little bit lighter, I suppose. Check it out. The next one, you will find all over the world many, you know, like a little pills that you are also massaging in the scalp of your hair, of your head. Some of it are for hair, some of it is for the skin. I would be careful with that. I'm not saying all of those remedies are bad, but I would be careful because there could be a lot of chemicals, and a lot of those is for the time that you are using it's going to work. The moment you stop, it's coming to the, you know, hair loss again. So that's why it's so important to find out the reason for it. In Poland, we had for a very long time a product that a lot of people were very satisfied with. It's called Dermena. And they had shampoo, they had lotion, they had many products of it, but the most helpful is the gel. The gel is also something you need to massage, and I have to underline this word massaging very much, because if you just put whatever and you don't give it any attention, it has to be massaged, that it's actually improving the aliveness of your skin. So you should feel tingling and then you stop massaging. If you do not feel tingling, keep massaging the scalp until you do. There's a lot of stress for people who are maybe overthinking, have a very intensive mental work to do, that our head needs one time at least daily. So this is daily massage of our scalp. And if we forget that, those on the cellular level, there's some blockage apparently, and there's stress. So there is some tension, some little tension is produced there. So if you massage it, you let it go. So that massage can help without all the other remedies, if this is the reason why some of you may experience temporary or every now and then hair loss. There is also another one, and that's called, let me find out the right word here, fenugreek. And fenugreek, you can find the products probably all over the world now, but we have that in Poland. It's in a spray. Very easy. You just spray your scalp and massage it. That's all. And you leave it for the night. You don't have to wash your hair. It's very simple. You can use it daily. You can use it after you clean your hair, after shampooing, and leave it there. And it doesn't make your hair oily. It's natural. Unless, of course, you find chemicals in it. So always pay attention to what is written on the box, on the bottle. In Germany, there are a lot of remedies also to put on the scalp, to massage it in, and they are with caffeine. So caffeine has this amazing effect for the hair growth. So you can try it out too. Also pay attention what ingredients are still except of caffeine. Another one, the natural one, is henna. So for some of you who are, especially you don't want to be blonde, you are not blonde, you can let it go of being blonde. This is a natural remedy because the henna is supposed to strengthen your hair. So there is a red one, there is also blonde one, but the blonde one, if someone wants to have a real blonde, so the blonde one doesn't really do the trick. So you gotta be careful, because if you put a red henna, for example, it takes really long time, probably the hair growth, the long time to put a blonde back. Another one, rice water. There are two ways of doing the rice water. First one is you clean the rice, and that water from the rice, if you clean it well, so it is already good, that you can also put on your hair, on the scalp, massage it, of course. Another one is to boil, to cook rice with more water, and then what's left, you keep it aside. You can keep it in your fridge, not refrigerator, fridge, for a longer period of time, like 1 week, and it's not going to go bad. And you can also massage it in the scalp of your head every day. It doesn't make it oily, so it's good for most of people who have oily structure of the hair. I do not know anybody who experimented with DMSO. If you do, let me know about it. I want to know. So I'm not recommending that currently, but some of the people say there's enormous potential with DMSO. However, be cautious that it's not probably, you have to be very careful with that one. Now, from the inside, the most important one that people who suffer from hair loss is a biotin that they are lacking in their body. So they need to have additional supplementing, and supplements we of course take with food and with some oils. And in Germany, we have very good products still. I mean, it was good years ago. I have no idea if it's good now, but it was good. Merz. So Merz is exactly designed for, and this is not, I'm not paid by Merz, unfortunately, but this company designed a product exactly for nails and hair. And they have, there is biotin inside. You can also use additional just capsule with the biotin, pure biotin. Now we have herbs, any kind of those, nettle, cameline, linseed, and some people just drink a tea. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, this is not a medical advice, it's working very slow. The best it is to put it, I don't know, maybe 200, depends how you are going to do that, how much of that you have, or maybe you prepared your own portions and you find it in the forest. So you take the particular herb, like say, for example, nettle, and you mix it with good quality alcohol, and you leave it for, let's say, 1 week. Some people recommend 2 weeks, so 10 days, 14. Here you will find different ideas online. You can read about them. However, I think 2 weeks it's a maximum, so 10 days minimum for that. And then, of course, you use I am missing the word here. sieve, something to, of course, have just the purity so you can drink it. You don't put it on your hair, just to remind you, don't put it on your hair. You drink it. Now, how much you drink it, the dose, it's very important here, because if it's too small, it's not going to help you. But if it's too much, you just don't drink too much of that. But some people use it just 1 spoon per day or 2 spoons per day, just for that. And now the energetical ways. Some will be more beneficial for you depending again on your structure. So you have bioenergotherapy, Reiki, NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, methods, Silva method, and all of those methods are related to put you in a state, not only alpha, because let me remind you, alpha is just a relaxation state when you can get into the deeper one. So theta, delta. Delta actually, it's a very deep meditation, and those people who do lots of meditation and they can achieve delta. Delta is when you really sleep and have visions, nightly visions. So when you achieve the alpha state, and it doesn't really matter what method you are going to pick, this alpha state, the relaxation moment, this is where you can start imagine. And when you start imagine using the right part of our brain, this is when miracles can start to happen. And to avoid the frustration, like in a pure affirmation, like, oh, my hair is strong and healthy, blah, blah, blah. That can cause, of course, frustration, because people who are in the fear of losing something, losing hair, or being in a danger, being in a stress, it's very hard to use those kind of positive affirmation. To close this gap is almost impossible. To lessen this, to lessen this fear, this tension about it, and the idea that, okay, I must affirm, but I don't feel like it, I don't have time for it. There is a simple thing you can do. You pick the image that has a connotation for you with the hair growth. So you can just imagine a growing forest, meadow, anything that is related in the image, and you just focusing on that one image. If you focus on one image, your energy is focused. You give it attention to it. So 5 minutes per day is good. 10 minutes is very good, just like in a Silva method. 15 is excellent, they say. And you can practice it 1 time a day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day. The more attention, the more time you give it to it, the more result. They will be faster and stronger. So I recommend to try it out. For those of you who practice Reiki, any energy work, just to put hands together and put it on your head, or it's given the energy, so energizing parts of the body that you need them to be energized in order to heal, get better, and also for our lovely hair. These are the remedies. Another one what you can do is follow the principles of process-oriented psychology. So follow the process and ask yourself those particular questions. What is falling out? What is falling out of my life? And it may happen that you will, your mind, your subconscious mind, of course, put yourself in the alpha state. So you can do it early in the morning when you're waking up, you are naturally in the alpha state. Or when you go into sleep, when you go into bed, considering you don't have a sleepless night. But if you fall into sleep, this is the perfect time to have this last seconds to ask the question and see what's going to happen. You are basically in a dreaming world already, but just in between those dimensions, just for a second. And this is the best time to ask this question. If you know how to practice and can naturally put yourself in alpha during the daytime, That's amazing results you can achieve right there. You ask this question and you wait for the subconscious mind to show you. It can be a figure, it can be someone from your past, it could be a situation, something you are starting to see, think of, hear in your mind will be directly connected with the answer and the remedy of what's going on, what's happening to you. I hope this was helpful. Please let me know about it. I would love to hear your comments. I am pretty aware that those English videos are for my, I don't know, maybe 100 friends all over the world, maybe more, that are out there, and we don't talk anymore so often because I was living, I was being in those beautiful places, and I had amazing conversations with you. So I hope this could be helpful for those of you who have friend who deals with the hair loss, or you encountered that in the past. And I know this can be very, very scary. And we are living in very interesting times. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know, maybe in comments, and I always appreciate that, because that's of course helping my YouTube to grow, my channel. And I hope I could bring this channel forward also in English language, not only in Polish. So I really appreciate every comment and also your thought, your constructive opinion about maybe you want to share something, maybe your own remedy for it, or just what you think about it. Till the next time, stay healthy and have a prosperous day, week, month, year, and till the next time. Bye-bye.